All right, Blackbird Performance here out in the hangar, working hard on some more Gen 3 Hemi parts because you know we're hard at it, Gen 3 Hemi in the world, and trying to do it at a cost performance point that the Gen 3 Hemi crowd has been desperate for a long time. We're excited to talk about the newest addition to our camshaft lineup. Our camshaft lineup starts with 3 hydraulic roller cams that were developed specifically with our Race Spec engines. The first being the Mach 1 hydraulic roller cam that was developed for the 600 plus engine. The second being the Mach 2 hydraulic roller cam that was developed with a 700 plus horsepower Race Spec engine. And the third being the Mach 3 hydraulic roller cam that was developed specifically with the 1450 plus horsepower supercharged engine, but we found also as a hydraulic cam works very well on big cubic inch NA motors, big cubic inch being things over 410 cubic inch NA motors. So that Mach 3 cam works both in lightly supercharged. When I say lightly supercharged, I mean below 20 psi, 392s, and it works great in 420, 415, 420-ish NA motors. So those are our 3 hydraulic roller cams, the Mach 1, the Mach 2, and the Mach 3. But we're proud to bring to market, after we've spent some time developing, our first solid roller cam. This solid roller cam we're calling the Mach 4. Yeah, we're clever. We added one number. Anyway, so the Mach 4 cam, and this Mach 4 cam is a solid roller cam that was developed specifically as we developed the Race Spec 1650 plus horsepower supercharged engine. It performed well there, and we thought, that same grind with the same kind of ramps that work pretty well, we could try that solid roller cam in an NA engine. So we've done both now, and I'm going to tell you this cam performs very, very well in both those applications. Big cubic inch, higher RPM NA motors, and lower RPM big cubic inch supercharged motors up to that 1600 plus horsepower level for these solid roller cams. So how did it perform? Well, in that 420 cubic inch NA motor that had a carburetor on it, it started to make about 800 horsepower, because people say, what did it make peak horsepower? Well, it started to make over 800 horsepower, about 7,000 RPM, and it made over 800 horsepower all the way out to 8,200 plus RPM. So it makes plenty of power over a very wide range. We love cams that do that because that's what really accelerates a car on a racetrack versus a high peak number with lower numbers below that. So we work hard on camshafts to provide this long plateau of peak power. So that cam, 420 cubic inch NA carbureted motor, it performed over 800 horsepower starting at 7,000 RPM all the way out to 8,200 plus RPM. Now, how does it perform in the supercharged application with the help of the supercharger? Well, even better, of course. In that 1650 plus horsepower Race Spec engine, it started to make over 1600 horsepower at 6800 RPM, and it made over 1600 horsepower all the way out to 8200 where we quit making the pull. And there it was making about 1660 plus by the time it got out to essentially 8200 RPM. So from 6800 RPM to 8200 RPM, you have over 1600 horsepower available for 1600 RPM. In the case of the NA motor, you've got 800 horsepower available to you from 7,000 RPM all the way out to 8,200 RPM. These are the kinds of numbers and horsepower figures that accelerate vehicles versus high peak numbers with lower numbers behind them. And we work hard on camshafts that provide that. So this cam is a little spicier, obviously, than the Mach 3 solid cam, Mach 3 hydraulic cam, and allows you to go to higher RPM with a solid roller valve train arrangement. Now that gets kind of pricey on the adjustable rocker arms. We're working on that. Stay tuned. But nonetheless, you get that extra RPM way above into the 8,000s where you can really take advantage of even more cylinder head airflow, more supercharger, and more power. And the specs are pretty comparable in many ways to the cams that we've just kind of been building on. So we step up in duration at 50 to 260 duration at 50 on the intake, and on the exhaust 280 degrees at 50 on the exhaust. And the lift is pretty spicy. It's a 440 lobe. So with a 165 theoretical rocker and 0 lash, you get 726 lift. So obviously you're going to need pistons that have valve release that can handle that. You're going to need adjustable rocker arms that can handle a solid roller. And you're going to need solidified rollers or solid rollers to go with this camshaft to make it perform as I just spoke of. But we think it's a fantastic camshaft, and because we love fantastic camshafts at fantastic price, we're bringing this solid roller to market for $449 out the door. These will be stocked and available here pretty quick. This is one of the first ones we've just gotten in, and we're very excited to bring these to the market and continue our effort to make those Gen 3 Hemi power dreams come true, and come true more cost effectively.